that 1980s voice of being recorded. Yeah. Okay. So, happy Sunday and welcome. So we're doing tapping, and one of the things about tapping is that we focus on the negative first. It's like equivalent to the metaphor of if you have a cup of dirty water, what you want to do is completely pour all the dirty water out before you put any clean water in, because if you put clean water in dirty water, you just have more dirty water. So that's why we focus on the negative first before we tap in the good at the end. And just make sure you keep tapping. If anything comes up for you that's really intense, you can reach out to me after. And then let's get started. So let's start with wins. Do any of you have any abundance wins to share? Let's share all the wins.
Well, I thought this was really funny because last time I asked for a tax genie, just like kidding around. And literally immediately after that tapping circle, I got a hold of my accountant and she did our taxes that day. So it was the next best thing to like a literal genie.
No, that was super amazing because you also said you couldn't get a hold of her for a while. And so
yeah, I had been. That's why I was like so stressed about it. I had been emailing her, calling her. And then after that circle, I just got that energy like, let me reach out to her one more time. And like immediately. And yeah. So sometimes, you ask the universe for what you want. I believe in that always, knowing it just might not show up exactly how you picture it.
Yeah, that's actually the truth too. Because if we get too focused on what it looks like, we might miss how it's actually coming. That's a big one. So that's a great win. Who else has a win to share?
I guess I have so many wins that I don't even know where to begin, which is not a bad problem.
Yeah.
I know, it's cool. Gosh, well, I mean, wins are like abundance wins are coming in not just like work and finance, but they're coming in the form of like supportive, helpful people. I launched a passion project that some of my favorite people are now working with me on, and I'm really just so excited that this is happening. So there's an abundance of energy, an abundance of co-creating with people that I adore and respect, and know that they're powerful, and we're all aligned with the same vision. And so that's a huge, I would say that that's the biggest abundance win that I've had. But from last month to this month, the difference between the risks that I was willing to take in terms of reaching out to people and, kind of getting things started or proposing ideas is like, it's like I did a 180. I'm like a completely different human being. And all the issues that I had before, it's like I can't even remember what they were. It's weird. It's like I went to bed one night and I woke up the next day and all of that was just wiped clean. And I started fresh without any of the issues that were plaguing me before that were like subconscious that I couldn't access. So yeah, I'm like, wow, I'm like a whole new human.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm excited too to see your project come through to full fruition.
Oh, me too. Me too. It's been a fun ride.
Yeah, that's amazing. Anybody else have some wins, or should we get started into the homework?
Well, I was going to say, after you sent out the email about Jess's tax genie, I was in the midst of doing taxes too. And I was like, I tapped on it again and like called the genie. And it turned out that I didn't have to pay any money. I thought I was going to owe all this money and I didn't have to. Like I went through it and like did the paperwork, went through, and I was like, wait a second, I don't have to. So I got to actually save money. So that was pretty cool.
How much did you think you were gonna have to pay? Like if you were gonna do
I think I was expecting to have to pay like $4,000.
That's cool. So you saved $4,000.
I saved $3,000.
Yeah! Pay. Okay. Any other wins before we get started and what you want to unpack and call in? You guys feel complete with that? I'm excited. Okay, so always keep track of your wins and you always want to celebrate your wins because it starts creating that vortex. Because when you celebrate your wins, it just lets the universe know like, oh, you appreciate it, you're getting in gratitude, and then like more and more it starts creating like a vortex, right, Sage? That's what's going on with you, is you're in the vortex. You're totally in the vortex. And so then it's getting more like momentum, and it's just like a cool little spiral there going upward. We want the upward spiral, right? Okay, so just do a little intro of who you are, where you're at, because the people getting the replay, so they can kind of get to know you as well and connect heart to heart. And then what you would like to work on today. So like what came up for you around abundance or money, and where you feel it in your body, and any emotions. So I have you first, Jess, on my screen. Would you like to go first?
Yep, I am Jess Johnson. I am also an EFT practitioner and I'm a life coach. I'm in Kailua, Hawaii on Oahu.
Yeah.
And now I go into what I want to work on, right?
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I had a consult with a client yesterday or 2 days ago. She signed on for a year. She was really committed and she hasn't sent me her invoice yet. So I'm trying to be like, first session's Tuesday, and I want to facilitate that happening because I'm really excited for her. I know I can help her and help her change her life.
Okay. So what comes up for you when you notice that your client hasn't sent in her payment?
Probably anxiety, and I feel like in my core around my solar plexus, this like kind of unease, wavy unease.
Is it also fear that, oh, maybe she's not going to be my client too?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Maybe she changed her mind. Maybe she's not going to. Maybe she's freaking out about it.
And when you feel like someone's changing their mind, how does that make you feel?
Disappointed.
Yeah. Does it make you sad too? Disappointed, sad?
No.
Just disappointed? And where do you feel that? Is that all in your solar plexus?
Yeah. Yeah, it's all in my core and my chest, solar plexus, and belly.
Chest and core and solar plexus. Okay.
Mostly like in my belly, yeah.
Yeah, belly area. Okay, and how intense are you feeling that?
I feel like a 7 when I think about it.
Okay, sweet. That's a really good one. Thank you for sharing. Sage.
Hi, I'm Sage. I'm in Long Beach, California. Woo! And today, it's funny, I woke up today with this icky feeling, like floating around in my solar plexus and in my chest. And I was like, what is this feeling? I don't know if it's a real physical thing, or if I'm like coming down with something. I was like, what is this? But it felt like morning anxiety, and I knew it had everything to do with tapping on this. And I've been really just trying to figure out how to break through this, like, I guess I'm seeing it as a wall between myself and like really being able to access true abundance and prosperity and money management. And I know that just based on the way that I have kind of carried myself through our break, because we're on a break now between programs. Like I've been on this spring break, and I've realized that like the child in me is afraid of the responsibility of learning about like all the things that you need to know about money. Like I have a very basic general understanding of it, but I avoid everything money related, or like adding, subtracting related. Like I've always lived in the space where like I can make the money, put it in the bank, and then just pay for things. But now it's like, I guess I'm a little intimidated by having to like be so intimately connected to numbers and budgets and things like that. And I know that I don't want to deal with it, but I know that I have to. And I think that's the real issue. It's like I have to kind of grow up and be an adult about money now. Cause it's like, yeah, I've just been a big child my whole life. And it's time to grow up, and I'm like, but I know that I can't get to that part unless I go through it, unless I learn about money and learn how to sit with that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a perspective. It's like you have to be in like, I guess, the right mood to like budget and apply for loans and whatever. And I'm not like that. Like now I'm just like, woohoo, I'm going to go ride my bike and lay out on the beach. And that's not the same. It's focusing on your business plan, which, like I just really need to break that. Like I have I guess a negative connotation when it comes to doing what I need to do to really get that money. And I think that's what I need to do is I need to change my thought process about money and make it more fun and less of a responsibility. You know what I mean? It seems too big.
Or does it feel like too big and like a responsibility?
Oh, I feel this anxiety like in my chest, in my solar plexus, and it has like a dizzying effect on my mind, like almost like I'm physically making it impossible for me to do this work. Like just the idea of doing it creates all this,
Like a block.
yeah, like a block. Yeah, a block, an icky block.
How does it?
It's really intense. I mean, I can't believe I woke up this way this morning. It's like a 9 or a 10 because I guess I knew it was time to tap on it.
Time to tap on the wall. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It is well, they don't teach us really money management and stuff like that in school. And they don't teach us how to become wealthy or how to, be in the real life. They teach you how to be an employee and be a puppet.
Yeah.
They don't really teach you how to be independent thinker, think for yourself. I think a lot of people go through this. I mean, I don't understand money fully either. There's so much paperwork.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, shifting the energy or the block will allow you to at least begin to open up to learn the new information about it, right?
And to be comfortable with it and to enjoy it. Like I want balancing my checkbook to be fun and enjoyable and like just as fun and enjoyable as doing yoga. I really do because I think that I'm very pleasure centered. Yeah. And if I can wrap my mind around everything being fun, then I can handle things.
And yeah, you can make it that way too. I want money management to be as fun as doing yoga.
Uh-huh.
You're going to have to tap that in for sure.
Yeah.
I think we all want money to be super fun and lighthearted. And then actually when you are in that space, that's where the abundance flow is too.
Yeah.
Because you're in that flow. Thank you. That's a good one. Chelsea, what would you like to work on today?
Yeah, so I think it's kind of like the scarcity mentality. I was thinking like right now I'm looking for like a living situation. I'm looking for like an ideal roommate, and I've got like the things that I want. And people are like, oh, well, that's going to be really hard to find, or you're not going to get that, and even like I'm applying for new jobs too, and I'm in Houston, Texas, by the way, coming from California, and so the wages are a lot lower here than they were in California, what I'm used to making. So, I mean, I've already like mentally adjusted a lower rate that I feel like I would be comfortable making, but it's still like people are like, that's high. And I'm like, I have a lot of experience and worth, and I don't think I should be settling for that much more when I know how much I need and how much I feel comfortable. So, and then I was thinking even like a memory that's tied to it is like we could never, my like mom would never let me when I was shopping buy anything full price, like everything had to be on sale. Like, and I was like, you could never get what you wanted, like unless like there had to be, like I could never get just what I wanted, like the price had to be right. Everything, I don't know, does that make sense? Or
Yeah. So I have a couple questions here is when people, who are these people and how do they make you feel?
I would say it's like, well, it's like, because I live with my parents right now. It's my
Yeah.
parents, and then just, other people in the area that I talk to or don't know my situation. Other people, like I feel in Houston, I'm experiencing a lot, like coming from California, where it's more expanded thinking, and over here it is more about work or be, and you have to do things the way it's done. So if you don't do the normal, people are scared, and they're scared for you. And like they don't want you to take that risk, like risk taking. You got to do the safe way, the safe bet. And so I think that's kind of where it's coming from too.
And when they tell you this, does it cause doubt in you or fear?
Yeah, it does. It's like it makes me think that I need to play it safe, or stay small. I saw someone's comment too come on that, yeah, it's like staying small, and you can't have that, or like, like I like, this is what I want, and then I always have to tone it down. I want a pool, but no, that's going to be really hard to find. So maybe you need to settle for less. I want, to make $70,000 at least a year. No, you really need to settle for a wage around 50. And like it's just things like that. Like I don't I want to break past that. Like I don't want other people's, where they haven't done the work, they haven't done all the abundance tapping, they don't know what's out there. And so I want to tap that in, make sure I stay strong.
Yeah, where does that doubt come in, or that shrinking?
It's in my chest, in my solar plexus. Yeah, like it feels like a pressure, like it's like, oof, like because you're doing your thing, you're in your stride, and then someone's like hits you, like you can't.
Yeah, they're knocking you down. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, knocking down. Okay. How intense is that?
I'd say it's like a 6 or 7. I'm applying for jobs and roommates all week. It's definitely a hit to the ego.
Yes. Gotta go back to that one exercise, the creation exercise. Remember
Okay.
week 8 from
Okay.
pain into power. Go back to
I'll really
that.
look at that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so let's tap on this. Thank you for sharing. Sarah, I have you next. These are good.
Sorry. Okay. My name is Sarah. I live in Incline Village, Nevada, which is Lake Tahoe.
Yay! I
So
love
blessed to be here. I think that what came up for me for today, literally was the mindset of, and it has to do with money, and it has to do with success and abundance, is rating yourself on, like, say, okay, so I don't have a job. I teach my kids. I mean, it is a job, but I don't have an actual 9 to 5 job. I don't, I do sell Juice Plus and Tower Gardens, and I grow food, and, I'm going to school. I am in my second course of herbalism, and I'm also this crazy person, just like sucking up all the knowledge that I can, learning about our body. And my obsession right now is microbiomes, because we literally are bugs more than our own DNA, and it just trips me out. Anyways, to get off track, my whole thing is that I started working from I was 8 years old with my grandparents. They had a business. It was literally a small town. And when they died, I inherited, a portion of this. And we had big water rights. We did everything from, servicing water and sewer to garbage, like everything. We had like 300 houses in one spot. Well, my grandparents died, and I got into it with my mom's siblings and ended up getting out of this business. So I had all this equipment I had to sell to, get money. And right now I'm sitting on a whole bunch of groundwater, which is really a blessing in disguise. And it's really hard kind of to get rid of, though, because groundwater, I don't know if most of you know, it's very scarce, and water right now is crazy, especially in Nevada in the desert, because where I came from was Yarrington, which is, down in the valley where everyone grows, lots of farming. It's a farming town. So anyways, I've had to make like do hard work, and I had to sell equipment because my grandpa also had a construction company, and that was a lot of work, as a person who I do know a lot about construction, but I'm not a man. So a lot of people want to take advantage of you. So I had to sell my equipment to, that was my income, like most people have a job or they actually are, like coaches and like, a lot of you guys do. And not me, I had to do all these things. And so I'm sitting on this water, which I really want to get rid of, even though my friend keeps telling me I should keep it and just lease it, which it's just a huge deal because you have to have engineers. I have an attorney. I just have all these, expenses to hold on and take care of these big, huge responsibilities, which thank God I know about. But what it comes back to is that I was taught my whole life that if you don't work hard, if you don't have a job, if you don't have money, you're not successful. Success was always based on money, your status, your job. That was success, working hard. And not to say I don't work hard, because literally I'm a janitor, I'm a lunch lady, I'm a teacher, you know what I mean? So I do all these things, even though I don't have a job as per se most people would have. Every day they have something that they do. So that's my whole, I guess, hold up. And I just want to remind myself and keep get that the unprogramming of that, money is this, money is that, money is frequency, just like everything else. And even though love, I think, would be like a better frequency to embrace, I just have to think of money as a frequency, and it comes and it goes, and I have to respect it. But at the same time, I don't have to make it be part of my success or me. It's not me. Money is not me. Money does not make me. Job does not make me. I make me, right? So that is my
Yeah.
that's what I'm going through. And I think that I feel it really bad in my throat chakra, and I feel it a little bit in my root chakra, more in my throat. And I have been doing a lot of mantra meditation and actually like feeling the vibration to try to give myself a little bit more of, something to, because, I can feel it like releasing it out of my body kind of. And I haven't tapped because my son's dog had emergency and literally almost had his leg cut like in half. So I've been taking care of that along with my dogs and my kids and juggling all that. So I haven't had time to go back to my tapping video, although I am really good at sitting and I don't say anything to myself at all.
Tap
And
on
I
them.
start,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that does a lot too. Instantly,
yeah.
when you're feeling something, it already starts moving the good feeling chemicals into your body to whatever you're experiencing. So it helps shift what you're feeling. What is the emotion that comes up when you feel like you have to work hard and have money or you're not successful? What emotion is that in your throat?
I would say it's sadness,
Okay,
true sadness.
okay. And how intense is that?
Um, I would say it's about 8.
An 8? Okay, cool. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing and being here. Yeah, how abundance comes or how we're able to live doesn't have to look like everybody else's.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of people think I just sit around on the beach all day, and I do frolic through the forest quite a bit, but that's part of taking my dogs outside. But I do have a lot of stuff on my plate, like, and being just a mom, and not saying that not being a mom is bad or that you're not as good, but as well, it's a lot
It's a
of
full-time
work.
job. What do you mean? It's full-time.
Yeah, and I just have to say this because I didn't tell my win. I successfully taught my son with the Abeka program, because I took him out of public school, and I taught him how to read. So we're
Yay!
yeah,
That's
that's
good.
it's a huge win for me.
No, that is a huge win. It took me forever to get reading. She was so resistant, especially because of COVID. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's a good one because
Yeah.
some kids are more resistant to schoolwork and reading. and it was definitely pushing a boulder up a hill for Nugget, but she's reading. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Keep
good.
moving her along. So good
Good.
job. Aria, would you like to share what you would like to work on?
Yes, hi, I'm Aria. I'm also located in Long Beach, California. Woo woo!
We got the Long Beach family.
Yay! Sage and I have been connecting a lot in Long Beach. It's amazing. I love it. I love Sage. um, but I know Cassandra from San Francisco because I used to live there. So this is my first abundance tapping circle. I've done the other one, so I'm like, but as I was doing the homework, stuff started coming up for me because I was like, oh, I don't really like have a lot of struggles around this. But then I realized, like, okay, once I started thinking about it, I was like, oh, maybe I do. So some of the limiting beliefs that I wrote, well, okay, so professionally, I'm a associate marriage and family therapist. So I'm MFT for short, but I'm getting my license. I'll be licensed hopefully by next year if I finish my 3,000 hours. I'm like halfway done. But so right now I work for a nonprofit in Long Beach that we work with foster youth, and I got a raise over COVID, which is amazing because I got hired like March 12th, 2 days before lockdown. So literally, and then I moved to Long Beach like that same year. So like I got hired, and at my starting rate, like for right out of grad school, I thought it was pretty good. And then I got this raise, so obviously they want to keep us as clinicians because it's so hard to find like MFTs like in my profession. So, but then the more that I realized, and like Sage knows this, I told her, like, the more that I work this job, like I'm having health issues right now. I'm having like just constant stress, just like so stressed out and like overwhelming, just so much. And I realize it's not like I'm not making the amount of money, like for the amount of shit that they put us through, like is not nearly enough money. And like, I don't know, for right out of grad school, it's great, but yeah. So side note, some of the limiting beliefs I said was, sorry, my throat.
Okay.
I've been having this weird like health stuff going on where I'm having these pulsing cramps, like shooting pains throughout my body. I don't know what the hell is going on. I think I might go to urgent care today, but so the limiting beliefs I said was, you shouldn't spend so much money. I never save my money, which is interesting now thinking about, because with my job, it's like, yeah, I'm starting to save a little bit. But I'm still not, I don't know. I'm like what Sage was saying, like I've never been good with money or numbers, and just anything with numbers and money is just, I just ignore it and avoid it, and I'm like, oh, I'll just whatever, like, and my parents never taught me. And
Yeah.
yeah, other limiting beliefs was, it's bad to ask others for help with money. Being poor is bad. I won't be able to afford this. One of the main ones that came up was, I'll never be able to pay off my student loans. Because I, went to grad school for therapy and then was in this field. And like, then because of COVID, everything's been like I've been deferring everything. So I haven't even touched it because I'm just like, I don't need to. Like, I just avoid it. And I'm like, I don't, even though I'm starting to save money and working this job now, but I just still have this like idea in my head of like, okay, I don't need to pay this, or I'll worry about it later.
With all these things you're sharing, what would be the biggest win for you? Would it be
The biggest win?
Yeah, would it be focusing on you're not good with numbers or money, or would it be about the student loan, or would it be something around your job currently and how it's not enough for you, what you're doing?
Right. I would say,
Which one makes your body light up the most?
yeah, probably the like I'm not good with number, or the student loans one. I'd say those two. Yeah.
Okay, we can put them together. Where do they make you feel something in your body?
Stomach.
Stomach. And what
It's
do you
always stomach, yeah. Guilt, shame, angry, confused.
angry? Okay, and how intense is that?
Like a 6 or 7.
Okay, perfect.
And also I realized, like, thinking back on with family, where kind of this came from was because my mom lived on food stamps, and like she was evicted, and then she never paid her student loans, and she still hasn't. And then I remember, like, her and my stepdad used to ask to borrow money from me when I was like 17, which is totally inappropriate. So I think a lot of like my fears and stuff comes from that, and my mom's insecurity and inability to like save her money.
They started asking you for money when you were how old?
I was like 16 or 17. They actually asked me to co-sign on a loan for them because they couldn't afford their apartment. It was so fucked up. And I was 16. I was just like people pleasing, like, oh, okay, like didn't know what to say. But that still affects me too.
Yeah, that would for sure. This is good stuff. So really, when we're tapping on that, you can envision one of those memories, like maybe the time they asked you to co-sign.
Okay.
Focus on that while we're tapping on that and really see it, right? So that it can like clear out a little bit. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
And then Diana.
Hi, everybody. Thanks. I haven't been here in a while since I had my last job, like March. So I guess the win was like I transitioned into a temporary job. I'm a school counselor, and I transitioned into a job that it paid better. It was it's a contract's gonna end and in 2 weeks, and I'm gonna tap today because I feel like I need an abundance of like good people more than like for some reason I had to like I don't know what it is about, because I used to be a social worker, right? So I used to be in very fun and non-profits, you know, I don't know, areas could relate to, but like really good teams of people, very caring, you know, very underpaid for sure, lots of clients, but you pull through it, right? It's almost like a family. It becomes like a family. So I did that for 10 years. So I made really good friends. I still have friends from like 10, 15 years ago from work, right? I still see my old boss from like, but since I started working in schools, it's been so hard to connect with adults. Like, it's funny because I became an adult hater, which is I'm not. Of course, I'm an adult and I love adults and I love you guys, but people in schools, they think they're better than kids, you know, and I have a big problem with that because kids are just learning, right? I mean, I'm working in middle school, they're 11, 12, 13. Of course, they're going to make mistakes, right? Of course, they don't have their personalities all set, right? I mean, I have so much compassion for them. I mean, I love them because I switched from working with homeless adults, which I love their work, but it was so hard. You know, it was getting through adults was so hard, but I loved it. Actually, I thought that it was good work. But now kids is more my thing because they listen, you know, they play, they do art, they're awesome. So that part is like 80%, like 80% of my heart. But the secretaries, the teachers, some of the teachers, not all the teachers, the principals, the vice principals, it's like this toxic family, you know? It's like I almost like I don't want to be there. When am I here? It's a good job. I just want to get paid. I just want to go. Where are my vacations? Oh, it's almost Friday. Like, shut up. You know, I can't stand them. I just go to work and I just have to like, because if I get into that toxic, you know what I'm saying? Like if I get there into that toxic talk, then I'm gonna just end up like them. And I don't want to be end up. I want to keep myself for the kids. Yeah, I want to keep my energy. But they pays well. So I am having these issues of like, do I go back to social work when my heart is? and get paid lots less and have no vacations almost. Like, well, the places where I work, it was like 10-day vacations, which it was so hard to have a son with disabilities. And now that he's 13, I really want to be there for him during the summer, you know, and I really want to be with him for those break times. So you see what I'm saying about money? It's such an exchange, you know, it's not, I don't want to exchange it because I deserve it. You know, I worked hard in grad school too. It was super hard. I put myself through school. I have loans. I'm not rich. So I do want to pray and I do want to manifest a good school, a school that's caring, a school where I can stay for a long time, a school with adults that are happy to be there, just at least chill. And if not happy, chill. And I don't know if that makes sense. Just because money always is gonna come from work. I did the business thing and I sucked at it. I was really bad to charge people. I totally understand the invoice and invoicing people. And I was really bad on that. I always wanted to, like, I felt bad for people. Basically, so I never got any money back. It's bad. It was bad. So I do have to have a job at this age in my life.
Business thing is always a tricky one because, like, doing all the things, you know, there's some things that are uncomfortable for sure. And yeah, so I know some people aren't able to do business stuff, and that's okay. But when you feel this conflict of either going back to social work because at least you love the people like you worked with, or staying in this school or finding a new school, where do you feel this conflict in your body?
Same like in my chest. And it's weird because it became like heart palpitations, you know, like I get heart palpitations from like the anxiety of being in the wrong place. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah, in the wrong place. Yeah, so you want to manifest an aligned work environment in school.
mhm.
How intense is the heart palpitations and anxiety?
It could be bad. Like it could be like an 8 or a 9.
Okay.
Yeah, because then you know, you always blame yourself. It's like, is it me that I need to be more toxic to be able to fit in there? And then once you start doing this work, it's like, no, I'm not going back to all these weeks I work with Cassandra to like fit with people that's you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. No, yeah, you get to the point where you can't be us anymore. So
yeah.
we actually talk about this in my meditation class that I go to. Sometimes as humans, we have the tendency to match energy of the people around us, right? It's really hard to stay in your power and stay in your vibration and stay in your energy if you go into an environment where it's way lower or toxic, right? Because as humans, we have this tendency to match. We don't even mean to do it. And sometimes if we do go into that environment too, what can happen is people try to knock us down because, like, who are you trying to come in here all shiny and blind us with your light? Because it puts them in reaction. So then there's tools to do that, right? You could do like the two-way mirror, or you could do the one-way mirror from the exercises to basically protect your bubble and space so that you can be you, your fullest, highest vibrational self. And then they only see themselves if they look at you, because you have a two-way mirror where you can see out, but they can't. They'll see themselves basically. I know that's kind of like I can send an exercise about that to everyone so you all understand. But basically, what can happen is if you're a higher vibration or in a higher space than the environment you're going into, it can put those people at effect because it can make them see themselves in a way they weren't ready to see themselves, and then they react, right? And they can like try to poke at you or put you down or knock you down. So just protecting your space and your bubble more could be helpful while you're working on manifesting a new space with new people, right? um but yeah, we tend to shrink because we're just used to doing that in life. Like even as kids, we're like taught to shrink. Like Chelsea brought it up with hers, even like, oh, you can't have that. So people like knocking you down, right? And then it causes us to feel like we have to play small or be small, or, oh, we're not allowed to be our full selves. We have to fit in to belong. So the more we do this work, though, we find ways where, no, that's not true. We can be our full selves, and this is a way to do it, right? So yeah, let's work on all these things. Make sure you guys are comfy, and we're gonna get started on the tapping. So make sure you're comfy, get your water if you need water, and we're gonna go right into this. If you're watching the replay, we'll do quick review of the tapping points. So we always start with the side of the hand for the setup statements. It's the karate chop point. You do setup statements 3 times before you move into the other tapping points. Top of the head, your eyebrows, so you could do one side, the other, or both of them at the same time. Side of the eye, under the eye, under the nose, chin, the soft spot underneath the collarbone. I almost forgot what this is called. And then under the armpits, like a monkey, you could do one side or the other, whatever feels comfortable. So let's just get into it. Say what I say, tap where I tap. And if a word doesn't resonate, you can switch the word. And don't worry about somebody else's stuff sticking to you. That doesn't happen with tapping. And don't worry about saying all the negative stuff, because it doesn't manifest because we're tapping. People worry about that. Yeah, just keep tapping because you reap mirrored benefits. So we're going to start. So even though I haven't received my client's invoice, and we are supposed to start sessions this week, and this is giving me a lot of anxiety and fear, and I feel a little disappointed. And I feel this in my chest, belly, and solar plexus. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though my new client hasn't sent me her invoice. And this is making me have some anxiety. And I'm having a fear that maybe she changed her mind. And this makes me feel disappointed because I was looking forward to helping her and working with her. And I feel this in my chest and belly and solar plexus. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though my client hasn't sent in her invoice yet. And we are supposed to start this week. It's causing me to feel all this anxiety and fear because maybe she changed her mind. And this makes me feel disappointed because I was really looking forward to supporting her in her journey. And I feel this in my chest and belly. And I feel this in my solar plexus. And I deeply and completely, yeah, yawns are good, guys. Let those yawns out. Love and accept myself. Top of the head, all this anxiety. And this fear. Maybe she changed her mind. She hasn't sent in her invoice. And this is giving me anxiety and fear. And I feel it in my chest, belly, and solar plexus. This disappointment. I was so looking forward to working with her. She hasn't sent in her invoice yet, and it's getting close to start time. This is giving me anxiety. I don't want to reach out to her again about it. And I feel this in my solar plexus and my belly. And I'm just acknowledging this anxiety and fear. Just giving it a voice and allowing it to be here. Take a deep breath. That was good. Good yawns. Okay, go to the next one. Even though I want to have more fun with money management, I keep hitting this wall. I'm so intimidated by numbers and budgets. I get dizzy in my head when I try to do this. Being responsible with money is so hard. And it makes me feel anxiety in my chest, solar plexus. And this icky block comes up every time. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel intimidated about being responsible with money. Like, it's not, I want it to be fun and it doesn't feel fun right now. It feels icky. And it makes my mind dizzy. And I get tons of anxiety. And I feel it in my chest, solar plexus. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I want to be more grown up and be an adult with my money, but then that doesn't feel fun. So then I get this block come up where I can't think straight. I get so dizzy and I get so much anxiety and I feel it in my chest and solar plexus. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. This money block, this be responsible with your money block, this I don't know how to make it fun block. And I get dizzy. This dizzy mind block with money. It gives me so much anxiety. And I feel it in my chest and my solar plexus. This anxiety about being responsible with money. I want it to be fun and it's not fun. And I feel this in my chest and my solar plexus. This icky money management block. This icky money management block in my solar plexus and chest. This makes my mind dizzy. I want it to be fun and it is not fun. This icky money management block. It gives me so much anxiety when I have to do numbers and budget. Take a deep breath. Oh yeah, good releases. Even though people tell me that that's hard or that's too big of a number and it makes me doubt myself. It makes me shrink. Like I can't have what I want. I have to settle for less. And I feel this pressure knocking me down in my chest and solar plexus. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though when I go for what I want and get all excited and share it with people and I knock it down, that's too hard. You can't do that. You need to do this instead. It gives me so much doubt to play small and play it safe. And I feel this pressure knocking me down in my solar plexus and chest. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I never could get things that were full priced when I was a kid. So I feel like I can't have what I want now. And I feel this in my chest and solar plexus. This pressure just knocking me down. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. This pressure. I can't have what I want. I have to settle for less. It can't be full price. I can't have all the things I want. When people tell me these things, it makes me doubt myself. It makes me feel like I can't have what I want. And I feel this pressure knocking me down in my chest and solar plexus. And I'm just giving this pressure a voice, this push down feeling, this doubt in my solar plexus and chest. You can't have that. You can't have it full price. This doubt and pressure in my solar plexus and chest. Take a deep breath. Yeah, good. I love that you guys are yawning on your releases. This is great. Even though I have this belief that if I don't work hard like everybody else, and I don't have money like everybody else, somehow that means I'm not successful. And I feel this in my throat and root chakra, and it makes me extremely sad. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this belief, because that's what everyone else has told me my whole life. If you don't work hard, if you don't work hard and have a job or business like everybody else, then you don't have money like them either, then you're not successful. And this makes me really sad. And I feel it in my throat and root chakra. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this belief that if I don't work hard, doing like what everybody else is doing, and I don't have money, then I'm not successful. And I feel this belief in my throat and root chakra, and it makes me really, really sad. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. This sadness. If you don't work hard like everybody else, if you don't have money like everybody else, you're not successful. This belief makes me so sad. And I feel it in my throat and root chakra. If you don't make money like everybody else, work hard. If you don't have money like everybody else, you're not successful. I feel this limiting belief in my throat and in my root chakra. And it makes me sad. And I'm just acknowledging this voice in my head. If you don't make money like everybody else and work hard, then you're not successful. This makes me so sad. And I feel it in my throat and root chakra. And I'm just acknowledging this sadness and this pressure. Just giving it a voice. Take a deep breath. Side of the hand. Even though I feel like I'm not good with numbers or money. And like, I'll never pay off my student loans. Oh my God, I owe so much money. And I'm getting paid more now, but it's killing my health. This makes it feel like I'll never pay this off even more. And this makes me feel guilt, shame, and anger. And I feel it in my stomach. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel like I'm not good with this money numbers thing. I just don't get it. And I feel like I'll never pay off my student loans. And I owe so much money. This feels bigger than me. And this gives me guilt and shame and anger. And I feel it in my stomach. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I am not good with this numbers or money thing. I missed this boat somehow. I feel like I'm just copying what my mom did. And that frustrates me for sure. And I feel like I'll never pay off these student loans. And I owe a lot. So this feels bigger than me. And this makes me feel shame and guilt and anger. And I feel it in my stomach. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. This guilt and shame and anger, I feel it in my stomach. I don't feel good with money or numbers. I don't know if I'll ever pay off these loans. They feel so big. I feel like I'm copying what my mom did. And I feel this in my stomach. All this guilt and shame and anger. I don't want to copy what my mom did. And I feel this guilt and shame and anger in my stomach. I don't feel good with numbers or money. And I feel like I'll never pay off these student loans. They're so big. And my job is making me feel sick. This is now affecting my stomach as I think of it. All this guilt, shame, and anger. I feel like I'm copying my mom. I don't want to copy my mom. No. Take a really deep breath. Side of the hand. Even though I like that I'm getting paid more, but I don't like the people I'm working with. These adults are so toxic. Do I go back to my lower paying job that I love the people? Do I stay where I'm at? Do I find a new place with better people? I feel this confliction in my heart and chest. It's giving me palpitations and anxiety because I feel like I'm in the wrong place. But I do like getting paid better. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I don't like where I work right now. These adults are so toxic. I like the kids way better. And I like that I get paid better. But I do not like these adults. It makes me feel conflicted. Like, do I go back to my old job and get paid less? Do I stay here? And this is causing me to feel heart palpitations and anxiety. And I feel it in my chest because I feel like I'm in the wrong place. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I don't like these adults I work with. I love the kids, but these adults are so toxic. But I like my pay. I like that I get paid more, for sure. And this makes me conflicted because I don't like being around these people. So do I go back to my old job and get paid less, which would make my life harder? Or do I stay where I'm at and just deal with these people? Or do I find something new and better and aligned? This causes a lot of anxiety in my chest because I know I'm not in the right place yet. And I deeply and completely love and accept myself. These heart palpitations and this anxiety, I feel it in my chest because I don't like the environment of where I'm working right now. I like the pay and I like the kids, but I don't like the way the adults are. And I feel like I'm in the wrong place. So this gives me anxiety. And I can feel heart palpitations. And I feel it in my chest. Do I go back to my old job and get paid less? Or do I stay here? I feel this conflict in my chest. And it's giving me a lot of anxiety. And I'm just giving that anxiety a voice. Good little yawn there. Yeah, let that out. Let that yawn. Yeah, yeah. Take a deep breath. You guys, I just had this vision of like, I feel like I'm burping you guys like a baby, like, because the yawns. It's like, you know, you burp the baby, but with this, it's like getting you guys to yawn. It's cute. I never thought of that before.
I burped a couple of times.
Yeah, sometimes I actually do burp too, but it's super cute. Burp, to me, I feel like the burp means it's coming from like a deeper place, right? Yeah.
It's all of that.
Yeah, that emotional gut stuff. Yeah. So just check in. I want to see how you guys are doing. Any insights? Did your numbers drop? You can just like unmute yourself if you have a share.
I think it was very powerful with everybody. Like we don't even need to go as many times. You know what I'm saying? When you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Because you can feel the vibrations of everybody. It's super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes because the vortex, right? We're in a vortex and we're holding space for each other, and like so that collective energy helps the energy move a little faster sometimes, especially when you feel safe, right? Yeah, I like that too. Any other shares or notices?
It's funny, like as I was tapping on everybody's, like when Aria's came up, it sounded like we were doing mine all over again. Yeah, but the crazy thing was, like, as we kept tapping on it more and more, I realized like it was just like impressing upon me over and over again just how much watching my mom spend money and not give a fuck how she was going to pay it, like, you know, use her credit cards and whatever, like I definitely inherited her lackadaisical attitude towards money. I mean, like, she's like, her phrase is like, I'm going to be in debt till I die, whatever. Like, she's just like, hey, it is what it is. I ain't even trying to get out of debt at this point, you know? So I think I inherited that, like, I don't know, that attitude and that perception of money. And so, you know, tapping and hearing Aria, I was like, wow, it never occurred to me that was something that I took out of that situation, out of my childhood. It was like, you know, my mother's her take on spending, I guess, and not saving or not opening up a business. Like she has a certain mindset. She's not a business person. And I guess that is what I took away from my childhood in terms of like the money situation. So I really related to that. And it was like, it dawned on me. Like I wasn't even conscious of it, but yeah, I feel like I can make it fun. I feel like I can make spending and saving and accounting fun, but I definitely related to everybody on some level, like even the student loans. It's like, God,
Yeah.
so drained. But yeah, thank you everybody for tapping, because that was really.
I have a suggestion for that is just to put like jazz music, some kind of music you like on the background.
Always.
And kind of like get them to the space, you know, and go credit card at a time and set up your auto pays, you know, kind of like, but I know it's hard. It's hard when you have to call, right? Because it's like acknowledges that you did something wrong because like, right? You're like, I'm here because I haven't paid.
Oh, I have friends. All my credit card companies, we're like friends now. Yeah. Like, hey, Sage, time to pay this bill. Yeah, I mean, it's beyond bill pay. It's more like, you know,
Well,
sort of business. Yeah.
It's because you it's part of that responsibility thing. I have a master's in accounting, and that's what I used to do. That's what I used to do. I'm not a CPA, but that's what I used to do at work, and I had to do all that. And it comes to a point where you just feel like you're just so responsible, and like, you know, like it is, you just want to have fun, and how can you make it fun? Well, I just got to the point where it was like, you know, just like a system, and I would play music the whole time, like she was saying, whatever music you want, the whole time I have to deal with whatever. I mean, I had to deal with the IRS, I had to deal with the state of Nevada, NDP. I mean, I had so many different things, and you know, some of them would be like, but the cool thing is you do make friends. And I use Sage software. So funny because your name's Sage, and I met a friend on the phone at work talking me through, you know, having to do different things on my software, and there was complications, and I made a friend that way. So totally in relation. That's really cool. Love that.
Yeah. Just wanted to plug that Sage is a DJ, so she's like partying over there all the time, playing all the music and having lights and everything.
Oh yeah, I've witnessed it firsthand. It's incredible.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, like, my life is a party. Why can't my accounting be a party as well?
If your life is a party, you can easily.
Yeah.
It's like just bringing that same thing over to that. There's a way to do this. You can do this.
Yes.
Yes. Any other shares before we put our order to the universe?
I was just lighter, like if this client, you know, doesn't pay, then I have one spot left, and then I'm fully booked anyway. So it just makes room for somebody who's really ready for the transformation that working with me provides. So
yeah, I like that. I love that little shift right there. Yeah, more aligned person to work with you. Yeah,
I don't want to be a therapist anymore because I'm not forcing people into it. They come to me because they are ready to like do some stuff. But I really related to both. Is it Diana and Aria? Like, sounds like Diana and I have very similar roots back in their social worker stuff. So
yeah. After this, I might consider another profession.
No. Okay, I have one, florist. I'm gonna have a florist shop, so I don't have to deal with people. Just kidding. Just flowers.
Florist shops, you'll be around flowers all day, but you still have to deal with people because people come by the flowers.
You don't want to change your circumstances. You want to change your mindset first, and then be able to
manifest the perfect aligned situation. Otherwise, it will recreate itself in the new environment.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I'm protecting yourself. I think you guys, I mean, Cassandra's right. It's almost like I'm too, you know, like don't show your emotions as much and just be there, you know, just protect yourself.
It's more like the energy bubble, Deanna. You know how you protect yourself with your energy bubble and then your color or symbol for protection? You can make your bubble bigger, you can make it thicker, you could put a double or two-way mirror outside of it, and that will support you. Also more grounding. Sometimes people could be certain ways because it's like a wake up, like, hey, you're not grounded, get grounded. Hey, you're not what, like it's like a nudge, right? So what would you guys like to call in for like good stuff for today? What kind of good stuff do you want to tap in? Fun with money?
Yeah, fun with money. Effortless accounting strategies.
Counting.
Effortless money, effortless abundance calling in. Yeah, I just want to attract it.
Yeah. Money magnet.
Yes, money magnet.
Yeah.
Money opportunity.
Aligned abundance.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to get that unaligned. The aligned abundance. Yep.
What about people that shares with you, so you don't have to worry so much about money in a beautiful way, friends, right? You know what I'm saying? Like
Abundant friends.
bunch of generous people.
Yeah,
and
we
you
definitely want the aligned friends. We want aligned friends and people.
Partners.
Partners.
I mean, nobody that takes away, more like you share, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you want those aligned people in your life for sure. It's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call more opportunities, just like abundant opportunities.
Yeah, I like that. Abundant, aligned opportunities.
Aligned. Well, it's funny. It's nice to get opportunities thrown at you left and right, and then you can decide whether or not they're aligned enough for you based on all the other opportunities that are coming your way. Like I recently got like a part-time freelance job, and then I was about to start the job, and I decided that morning I wasn't going to do it because it didn't feel aligned.
Yeah, that's good discernment right there, right?
Yeah.
Hearing yourself, tuning in.
Yeah. So always opportunities flowing.
Always.
Yes.
I want to be fully booked and I want a waiting list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally booked with waiting lists. What else? What else do you guys want?
Being able, like, not thinking about, like, just knowing that the student loans will be paid, like, just not worried about it. And another one I forgot to even tap on was being able to, like, pay bills without thinking about it. Like, being organized with money, being, like, on top of my bills, like, being like, okay, I'm not going to forget about this. Like, I'm going to be organized. I'm going to be
handling my business.
Yeah. Because sometimes I'll forget to pay my bills, and yeah.
Like a boss babe.
What was that?
Business like a boss babe.
Yes.
Anything else, ladies?
I want to just bring in my, like, because every day I wake up, I've been doing this prayer, and it's bringing a lot more like thankfulness. So like even before I get out of bed, I'm always thank you, just gratitude for what I already have, and even what I don't have, and the lessons that are blessings, I guess.
Yeah, blessings. Okay, anything else before I start flowing?
Yeah, just that the clients that come are the ones that are perfectly aligned.
Yeah. So where did we do that one? We did waiting list.
I think also this one kind of relates to Mind and Stages, like being mature with money, right? Being responsible, mature.
Being responsible with money can be fun, or is fun.
Right.
Being responsible.
And then I'm looking for my dream living situation. So we can.
What is that specifically?
I'm looking for people like my age that are similar in downtown Houston. It's this fun area. I want them to have workout equipment at home or around. I want a pool. I want my own space that my cat can be in and myself. Yeah. And I want it to be cheap.
You want it to be aligned. Let's not limit this, because who knows, you might get a windfall of more income, so then it doesn't matter. Right. So yeah, don't put the limitation on your ask. Oh, yes,
My
we
cat
can go
just
ahead.
jumped up
Yeah.
too. She was like, ah.
Yeah, no. So dream living environment in space, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's start flowing. Oh, that's where it was. I was looking this whole time for aligned clients. I'm like, where did it go? Okay, so ready, set, go. Top of the head. I did a really good job today. And I'm acknowledging I did a really good job. And I'm thanking the universe. And I'm thanking my angels and guides. And I'm thanking my body for helping me in this healing process. And I'm choosing to send my body waves of peace and love with every breath that I take. Take a deep breath with me. Take another deep breath. And I'm opening up to more ease and grace, especially around money and work and community. I'm calling in all my blessings in all the ways and forms they want to come, because I am worthy and I am deserving. And I am oh so ready to receive all the abundance headed my way in all the forms it would like to show up. Help me see it clearly. Help me discern my aligned opportunities. And let me have so much fun with money and effortless accounting strategies. Let that just fall into my brain like a download. Boop, little download. Effortless money, effortless abundance, because I'm a money magnet. I'm a money magnet. I'm a money magnet. Money is easy peasy fun. I'm a money magnet. And I'm calling in aligned clients and friends. We want the aligned friends and aligned partners. And I'm calling in all the opportunities, especially the aligned ones, so I can discern them, because I am a powerhouse creator and I have badass discernment. But I like to just have a lot of opportunities, because why not? It's a little ego boost. Why not? Give me all the opportunities so I can pick and choose. I get to pick and choose. So I want them flowing like a waterfall, just coming in with a waiting list for opportunities and clients. Really long waiting list. I'm fully booked, have a waiting list, and I have the best organization with money. I am oh so organized. I know what I'm doing, and I know how to find the answers, because I have these amazing friends now. I could just ask if I need help. Asking for help is easy too. That's abundant. And I am oh so supported. And I'm handling my business like a boss babe. It's it's easy. It's just in there. And I have all the gratitude. I lost my place on my face, and that is okay. I have all the gratitude. I'm grateful for what I have had, and what is coming, what's on the way already, and what I will have. I'm just grateful. I love being grateful. I feel grateful. I'm just breathing in that gratitude on every level. All the gratitude. Take a deep breath. Feel that gratitude in every cell. Just feel it, feel it, feel it. And feel the blessings coming your way. Where do you feel that? Do you feel it in your heart? Feel the blessings. And being responsible is fun. I don't know what I was thinking. It's fun. I just put on that responsible cap, like a little kid. Do, 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 do. It's like playtime. Playtime. Responsibility is playtime. You remember when we wanted to grow up when we were kids? We couldn't wait to be adults. We got our dream. We're adults now. It's playtime. We got our dream. We need to live it. We were so excited. And it's here. What are we doing, guys? Let's play. We were so looking forward to this. Why did we change our minds? This is fun. We get to play. And we don't have to ask for permission from our moms. We get to just play. So embrace that playing. Take a deep breath. Send the little girl in you some love. Have her throw the money in the air. See her throwing money in the air. How do you feel? That was fun.
All right. We've always dreamed about this moment.
I did dream about this moment. That just hit me. It was like this memory. I was in line and I just want to be adult. I'm done with this kid thing.
Funny.
We got it. We want it. Here we are, living our dreams.
I'm getting upset about it. It's hella funny though, right? We are living the dream we once had.
True.
It's true.
No,
Right?
I wish I could go back to being a kid.
I know. Let me go back. Well, some of
be
the
a kid again.
go back to some of those things.
No.
I have one foot in kid zone and one foot in adulthood. Like I have my whole life. I've just been straddling like the two places. And that's an interesting place to be in, you know, when you're like very young in your.
That's the way to be though, actually, because the adults kind of like where Deanna works. They're too fuddy-duddy, man.
They don't look good, guys. And you guys all look really, really good. I promise. We all look good. like being toxic shows.
And lightheartedness makes you, it's like anti-aging, like, you know, laughter and being young at heart. So make sure if you do have any more remaining intensity, like if it's above a 2, to go play the replay and do it as many times as needed, right? To get it to a 2 or lower. And then make sure to drink a lot of water. Do something yummy for yourselves today. Something yummy, whatever that is. And then share your wins with me or on the event page when you get a win. And then can I take a cute photo of you guys? Can we do the cheesy thing? I'm going to take a cute photo. I always do this. Okay. And then have a really great Sunday. And if you need anything, just reach out and I'll let you know when the next circle is. And yeah, I want to hear the wins though. And then you have to promise that when you get a win, you have to do like a happy dance or something. Or like a thank you, just like a something to celebrate it. Promise? Deal?
Yeah.
Making deals. Okay. So have a great Sunday and I will see you soon.
Thank you. Have a great Sunday.
Have a great Sunday. Party. Party Sage. Bye.
Bye.
Cassandra, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Because I know after the circle, you're supposed to do something positive, but I'm thinking of going to urgent care. I don't know if that'll be a bad, like, I don't want to like ruin what we worked on.
Yeah. So are you scared right now?
I'm okay. I just talked to my doctor and then they were saying like that I should go to urgent care if the pain doesn't stop.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like I'm thinking that I should go just to
Is
sure.
the pain still there?
Yeah, so it's been happening for about a week and it's like just these weird sharp like pains all over my body. It's so odd.
That almost sounds like it could be circulation, right? So something with like your heart or circulation in the blood.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would actually go to urgent care.
All right. Yeah,
that,
because I have a doctor's appointment in 2 weeks, but like that's too long
far.
to wait.
Yeah, no, I would go just check to see what that is. it's always better to do that versus
waiting.
yeah, and just trust yourself. If you have that little nudge in you, just honor and trust it.
Yeah.
I know it's a bit of a pain to go to urgent care because they're still being weird with COVID, but I would do
Yeah,
it.
but I just want to be safe. Yeah. But also that's why I wanted to check with you. I was like, I know, because I know you're supposed to do positive things afterwards,
That's
but
positive. It's you honoring your body and your health,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a negative for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Just
that's
look at it as just taking care of your body, right?
right. Right. Okay. Yeah. I
Let
think
me
it's
know how
something
it
with
goes.
chest pain, and
I feel like that could be like circulation or heart or something like that, right?
yeah, could be. Yeah.
And it could be the stress from work.
Oh
You're
yeah, for
holding on to
sure.
it in your body.
Yeah. It's just like taking on. Yeah. So
Yeah.
okay.
So
Thank you so much.
I would start tapping more if I were you.
Yeah, I definitely don't do it enough.
Because you're taking on a lot of your clients' stuff as an impact.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm a little different. Like their stuff doesn't really stick with me as much.
Right.
It sticks with you because we're tapping the entire time,
Mhm.
which allows me to hear like the craziest things, but it not really put me at effect because as long as I'm tapping, it doesn't like stick.
Yeah. Yeah.
With you,
Yeah.
it's like you're absorbing like a sponge all these things, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I'm thinking it's like now the body is starting to take on that, because I was having
Yeah,
shoulder and neck pain and
yeah,
that went away, but now it just feels like these sharp shooting pain. Like it was on the left side of my breast the other day, and like in my chest, and then in my stomach, in my leg, like just it's weird. So
I'm almost wondering if would you like to set up a call where we go through a discovery call and I can explain my program to you? It might be
I'm
supportive.
yeah, I'm interested. I'm just I guess with the abundance now, because I'm just worried about financially.
Mhm.
But I think with the abundance that it would, you know, make me not worried about it. So yeah.
Yeah, so we could work on not only like your body stuff that's going on, but also like give you some tools to really help you um protect your energy before clients, after clients.
Mhm.
And then we could also work on stuff to open up your abundance, right?
Okay.
Because in the program it's 8 weeks, right? And we work on a lot of different things, and some of it'll be reviews, some of it'll just be validating for things you know, and some of it will be new.
Okay.
But you know, repetition is always good, but you'll be tapping too the whole time, which could support you a lot
Yeah.
with what's going on. And maybe I wouldn't be surprised if you potentially find an even better job after
Oh
working
yeah.
with me, because that
Yeah.
happens a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, no, because I'm not gonna stay like
like
once
an
I'm
even
licensed.
better paying
Yeah.
job that doesn't.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
This job, yeah. Because I was just like, I'm hanging on for as long as till I get licensed, but I'm at the point where I'm way past burnout. So yeah.
yeah. So burnout is typical, and you're doing all your. Are you doing all your sessions too on Zoom?
I'm starting to see some in person now because I'm vaccinated. So
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, burnout is typical too. So yeah, how about after we hang up, let's look at our calendars and see
Okay.
when's a good day for a discovery call. Um,
Okay.
can I also send you the intake form so you could just kind of lay out the things you want to work on, or we could dig deeper into? And then that way you know about the program, whether you jump onto it right now or maybe next month, or you know, you can see what time frame resonates
Right.
for you.
Yeah.
I don't do like the pressure approach, right? But
Yeah. Yeah. If I look at it and then kind of like figure out, like kind of get an idea of what it is to offer and how much and stuff, and then I can like,
figure out.
make a decision around if I want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And or when the timing is good. Yeah.
Yes.
So and then for now, definitely doing the tapping circles and definitely doing the replays will help you for now.
Okay.
And I know I sent you the meditation, right?
You did, and I'm like, so I'm just so inconsistent. I need to look at it. I remember you sent me that, and then you sent me the
Withhold list.
yes, the withhold list. Yes.
These two things are straight up magic.
Okay.
Like no joke.
Okay.
I use the meditation tool multiple times throughout the day to really help clear my
Okay.
energy field
Okay.
and reground. Like you could be
Okay.
doing that, and it literally is like 5 minutes, but you can learn to do it within 60 seconds. So you
Okay.
could literally do it after one client to the next
Mm-hmm. Okay.
when you go
Okay.
pee, and it will just really help you a lot so that
Yeah.
at the end of the day you don't feel so full of
So
everybody's
heavy.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you so much.
Yeah, just let me know how the doctor thing goes,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
we can figure out a time to connect.
Yes, that would be amazing. And thank you so much. Sage and I have been hanging out, so I'm so blessed and grateful to
Yeah,
be like
there's
part
so
of this.
lucky to be so close to each other.
Literally neighbors. It's
Yeah,
amazing. So
that's really. And I know you guys are always like going. And I saw you guys went to an event and
we
stayed
did.
at sunrise and like all the fun stuff. So this is
Yeah.
good. Yeah, more
Yes.
community.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day.
You too.
Okay. Bye.